Yesterday we covered a topic related to RBAC, how we are assigning the role-based access, and what are the things mandatory and why we do it for the identities, why we assign the roles to the identities. Okay, so post completing that, we learned about that what is the actual requirement in an organization about the identity, why a user is required, and why the license is required for the users. Without license, why it won't work, and what is the reason of assigning the licenses, and from which platform, which tool, what are the steps that we are following to assign the licenses. So I think Abhi, you were there. So could you please just give a brief that what you inculcated yesterday, what you learned yesterday? Abhi?
Sure. Yeah, sure, sure. Actually, I was start launching that class. Yeah. So RBAC means role-based access control, where we will assign a roles to users that user created in the lab based on identity. Like suppose any user is global admin or any kind of role. So we will go to the license users and there we either we can assign we can assign a group license from the admin center. We can assign license. We can check license.
Yeah,
So like this is
correct,
the
correct,
process is
correct,
controlled.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so I expect that we have some background from the last session. So today, now we are going to see one scenario, one thing that what happens with the organizations. There are organizations working on-premise platform, as Intune is a cloud platform. So we are switching to the cloud from on-premise to cloud. We are coming to the cloud platform. So earlier, how they were working on the things, how they were managing the devices, how they were managing the identities, how they were managing the groups when Intune was not there. So we call it as a traditional method which was used previously, and we are replacing with the cloud technology at the moment. So cloud technology, talking about Intune, we had the on-premise. My screen is visible. Guys, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, so we had
Yes.
on-premise platform earlier. So on-premise, let me make it like on-premise. So on-premise means server. There will be server rooms. There will be server inside it. Means it will be placed at one place, and which will consume the cost and everything. Because to maintain the area, land area, then electricity, then water supply. Water is also needed for the servers. Okay, to make them cool. Okay, keep them cool because they are turned on every time. Means they are switched on every time. So to make them to provide them the cooling, we require the AC, we require the electricity, we require the internet connection, we require the land. Then if any calamities happen, then also there will be a problem. Means if let's take flood came, so the servers will be wet, means in the water, and the services will stop. So cloud has replaced that thing, that everything will be there on the cloud in the air. You don't have to manage the servers for that. But the companies, those who were working already on the on-premise platform, so they needed something to migrate from here to cloud. Okay, so what they did, they the cloud came up with that scene only, because cloud was knowing that so and so is the problem faced by the people, and why people will start using me. So cloud started selling itself, telling that I'm not going to cause those problems which were caused earlier in the traditional way of the method that you guys were following as an IT engineer. So you use the cloud platform now, and it is more feasible, less costly, and very user friendly, very admin friendly platform. So that is why the Intune came, Entra ID came, and these things came into the scene. The cloud technology came into the scene. So what happened, the companies which were already working, they thought that let's migrate there. They started migrating it because the it was feasible. Okay, everyone wants to reduce the cost. So whatever was there on the servers, that was required to be brought back to the cloud, so that things can be managed by cloud. And the workload from the on-premise platform to the cloud platform can be shared. Means if there are two people, one is more stronger, and let's take an example of your team. Your manager is there who is senior to you, and you are there. So the manager is more capable of you, so there will be some workload shared between you and manager. There will be some work for you only, to be worked upon, to be assigned upon. That work only you will do it, not your manager will do it. And there are some work that only your manager will perform, you are not able to perform it. The same way, the on-premise, there are some workloads, work tasks being shared from the on-premise platform to the cloud platform. Talking from the MDM perspective, mobile device management platform perspective, Intune is an MDM platform, we know. So what was another MDM platform used on premise? Anyone? Any guess? The platform used for on premise.
ACC, MECM.
Yeah, SCCM, MCCM, we
Apart
call
from
it.
MDM,
Yeah, it is MDM tool we call it. Mobile device management
yeah,
tool. So Intune is a cloud
and
tool. SCCM,
AM, yeah, I think.
yeah, SCCM is on-prem tool. So SCCM was used to manage the Windows devices, other devices. Servers also SCCM was managing. So there is a slight difference between Intune and SCCM, that SCCM can manage the servers, but from cloud you cannot manage the servers, because cloud itself is hosted on the cloud. The person who is on the cloud, how that person will be able to manage? Means the person being the resident of India cannot be the president of USA. Same way, uh, means the one who is working on the cloud, who is on cloud, that person cannot manage the on-premise things, like servers are on-premise always. Okay, so what happened, companies started switching the things, and they started, there were companies, they thought that bring the cloud also in the environment, and keep the on-premise environment as well, because they knew that there is a huge number of data, means huge amount of data is there, or huge quantity of data is there, that they have to secure and they have to save. So what they did, they said that no, we will manage things from the both the places. Okay, we will share few things from this place, we will share few things from this place. So what they did, they said that yes, let's do the sync between both the platforms, both the things, from on-premise to the cloud and cloud to the on-premise, and the workload will be shared between them. So we call it the AD sync, Active Directory Sync. SCCM used to work with ADDS. Anyone just guess what is ADDS? Active Directory Domain Server.
Domain server, yes.
So it worked. SCCM used to manage the devices, and ADDS used to manage the identity and groups. Same way, the cloud came. This is OP. I will write OP, on premise. You just understand by this. Same way, cloud came, and they started giving the same result with Intune and anyone? Intune plus
Azure AD. Azure AD.
AAD or Intra ID? Azure
Entra
AD
ID.
or Intra ID. We call it Intra ID as well now. I will write EID. Okay, so this difference came up, but whatever the information or whatever the groups which already existed on ADDS, they were needed to be brought in AAD or Intra ID, because you had to manage from here as well few things. So the things which were required to be managed from ADDS, those things were required to be brought in here. And now we are going to learn that what are the steps, what are the tool, what are the things were used to do this thing. Getting guys still here? If anybody is having any questions, please let me know.
Like now, like you are saying that cloud includes Intune plus Entra ID, both mixed to sync on-prem to users to cloud users,
Yesterday,
right?
yesterday I told one thing, that without MDM tool, Microsoft this mobile device management tool cannot work without the identity. Identity will be
Yes.
required everywhere. M365 Admin Center also won't work until unless you have a identity tool with you.
Yes, yes.
So identity tool is very much required to perform any of the tasks on, whether it is on premise, whether it is on cloud. So they both the places. Intune also works with ADDS. Okay, it's ADDS. It can work. Intune works with the ADDS also. The syncing thing is being done. So here plus ADDS also it can happen. If I can do plus ADDS plus SCCM, all things can work together as well. Just an example I am giving. All things can work together as well. We will be learning a topic named as co-management. Okay, we will be talking about the co-management. So we will be understanding it. As of now, I am going to tell that if any information, any identity, whenever I speak the identity word, guys, you have to understand that I'm talking about user and groups. Okay. So identities, we have to sync it with Active Directory domain server, which is hosted on on-premise. Okay. And it will sync with your cloud platform so that the information between both the platform is being shared, and the task assigned to ADDS will do its own task, and the task assigned to your cloud platform Intra ID will do its own task. So we are going to learn this in the lab now, how we are doing it. So we are given with a scenario that Contoso Corporation is currently managing users in both ADDS and Intra ID as separate processes. This is time consuming because they are telling that a company is there, this corporation is there, they are managing ADDS and Intra ID both. Okay, so these both are the separate processes, and this is time consuming because to perform a task you are going to ADDS, to perform a task you are coming back again to the Intra ID. When we talk a word named automation, what does mean by the automation? Anyone?
Yes, like doing everything by script or running like
In a simple layman term, Abhishek, in simple layman terms, what is automation?
automation, like
Anyone can answer. What is automation? Automation is made of two words: auto, motion.
automation.
Motion, what do you understand by the motion? Motion means moment.
Yes,
Auto
yes,
means automatically.
yes.
So, understanding with the English word, if I explain you in the layman terms, what is automation? Automation means a person is walking from, are you able to see the camera screen? From this place to this place, the person is taking 10 steps to reach here, from here to here. Okay? If we will do the automation, the person can take only 5 steps or 2 steps or minimum 1 step to reach here. That is called automation. To reduce the steps in between, to reduce the
To reduce
efforts,
the human
yeah,
work.
yeah, manual work, to reduce the efforts in between, that is called the automation. So the scenario also here, it says the same thing, that earlier the main agenda of being into an administrator, being an engineer, okay, is to automate the things, to make the life easier. That's our agenda. As why we are doing it means talking about from the this our world terms, means our life terms, that nowadays we say that robots or AI might replace us, but if we are capable of automating more better than the AIs and robots, so we will be recognized in the market, we will be recognized in the industry. So the way robots are automating the things means reducing the workloads. Same way you also have to think in the same way to automate the things, to make the lives easier. So here the requirement is that they are saying that ADDS and Intra ID is separate processes. It was time consuming and had led to inconsistent information. So the information was not also accurate. So you have been tasked with addressing this issue by connecting the two directories by using Microsoft Entra Connect synchronization tool. So now they have already told you that so and so tool is being used. Microsoft Entra Connect synchronization tool, you have to use it to synchronize the information from both the directories, both the places. So we are going to perform it the same thing. We are logged in to SBR1. Okay, SBR1 we are logged in. So Sumit, as you have joined for the first time, Sumit, so I just want to show you that this is the lab that we are performing, we are doing it. We are having different VMs, virtual machines here. On the different virtual machines, we are performing the tasks, and we are learning the things accordingly. So we can use these virtual machines for the testing purpose of the Windows. If you are creating any configuration profile, any environment you are creating it, you want to test it on a device, so you can test it here. You can make the mistakes and learn from this place, this lab. Okay.
Okay,
So
interesting.
here we are given with the instruction also that we have to follow to learn the things, but there should be some instructor to guide, to tell that why we are doing it, then it would be good. Okay. So configure directory synchronization with Microsoft Entra Connect. We have to do that because the scenario is given. We have the ADDS already. Okay. Intra, we will log in it. I will open here. Okay. Intra.microsoft.com. We are logging in with our admin credentials here. So Abhishek, you can check whether it is typing as of now for you or not.
Yeah, it's fine now.
It has started working fine. Good. Okay, so
Yes.
Intra ID. Now we came to Intra ID. We will look for the Intra ID here. Intra ID is here. And then we have to look for Intra Connect inside Intra ID. Here we have the Intra Connect. Okay. Microsoft Intra Connect get started pane, select manage. We will click on manage here. Then manage your infrastructure page, select download connect sync agent. So connect sync agent you have to download. That is a type of application. It looks like an application. You have to download it. Download connect sync agent button is there. Okay, we have to accept terms and download it. So this is an MSI, an application, means a tool application is there, which you have to install on the ADDS domain server, means that you have it, device that you have it. Okay, where you have the Active Directory hosted. Okay, it's installed now. We will run it. Okay, it's launching Microsoft Entra Sync. Maximize it. So it says that I have to agree and then continue to come on the Express settings. It says that Express setting page, click on customize. We have to customize the things. Install required components. Okay.
It's used to sync on-prem AD users to Entra ID users, am I right?
Entra ID, first of all, I am downloading the tool. I am making the things ready. I will show you how Entra ID looks
Okay,
like.
okay. Entra connection.
It's taking a bit time. Meanwhile, I will show you guys ADDS how it looks like. So you already connect. Active Directory users and computers. You see this Active Directory users and computers. So these are the groups, and under users you will be having all the users, okay, that you have created in the domain. Okay, this Contoso is your domain, and under that domain you have the users and groups. Okay, the same way it was there in Entra, the same way it is here as well, but it is hosted on-premise. Entra is hosted on cloud. So on-premise the users are there and things are there. We have to do the sync whatever the requirement we are given with. Okay, it says that install required components, install we did. User sign-in page, ensure that password has synchronization. So password has synchronization means whatever the password being used on cloud, that password is syncing with your on-premise. So for that password has synchronization. We are doing it. Next, username. This is the username. Admin username, this is Entra admin username because you are connecting with your Entra ID, your cloud platform. This is tenant ID. Okay, password we have it here. Okay, now you see your directory. Okay, if you put in your credentials and you will log in, you will be able to see your directory. Means your domain which company has bought. Okay, so this is the domain that company has bought. On the connect your directory space, ensure that contoso.com is listed under forest. Okay, it is under forest. It is listed here. What is forest? Select a known forest or type of a QDN of. This is all related to the Active Directory. We do not have to much indulge into it from the Intune perspective. So contoso.com is a forest, and in that forest the trees and everything will be there. So directories will be there. So this is the main thing. We are going to connect this thing with the Active Directory as your Active Directory, Entra ID. So on connect directories page, ensure contoso.com is listed. Add directory, we will click add directory. Add directory, we are going to add it with the this device. Okay, so this device we are logged in.
One question here.
Mhm.
So see, as we are seeing the instructions here, so we are doing it accordingly. In the real scenario,
Hmm.
suppose like we are working in the organization,
Hmm.
and real scenario is here. So at that time, we this Contoso admin and that we will put from the Entra ID under users their receipt domain name that we have to enter, na?
Yeah, that
Because here we are
Contoso, you are going to enter Contoso. It's
no
just
no
a
I'm just
sample.
saying that
It's a sample. It's a
Array
sample
Nana,
actually.
I know I'm saying that the real world scenario
Huh?
when we are performing these steps
Huh?
for the real world scenario. So in that case, we as I know we put the domain name that we have registered in our cloud. Because I have seen on the YouTube and I have seen in my company that while syncing Entra Connect sync, so under this contour under this
You have to put in
domain,
your domain.
yeah.
This is the domain machine where I am already logged in. So Active Directory, I have configured the directory because the Active Directory is hosted on SBR1.
Hmm.
So there
So
is,
it will automatically pop up or we will put manually, like we will type it.
if you are on the proven server, you don't have to type in, it will pop up. Because
Okay.
I have logged in, I have used these credentials, na, if you remember.
Yes, yes. Okay. Got it.
Now it is retrieving directory schema, whatever the directories are there inside this. So what is domain OU filtering? What is OU? Object units. So
Yeah, organization.
yeah, as I shown you guys, these are the OUs, organization units. Okay, these OUs we have to select that which organization unit we have to uh, sync with our Active Directory. Not all the things we have to do it. If you want to do all the things, you can do all the things. But as I said that there is a workload shared between DDS and Intra from on-premise to cloud. So to do the workload sharing, there are few things being only shared. So to perform the same thing, we are not syncing all domains and OUs. Here we have to select selected domains and OUs. So we have to select the domain which we have to sync in. So it is saying that if you want to if you don't want to select research, then you can uncheck it. So you can check all those boxes which are required to be done. But to make this lab work, what they are saying, to make these steps work which are defined, they are saying that we do not have to touch anything. We just have to validate that IT managers, marketing, research, sales are selected or not. So it is selected. We are proceeding ahead. Okay. On the uniquely identifying your user space, select next. And then synchronize all users and devices. Next. Next. It started synchronizing it. Fine, guys. It is going to take a bit 2 to 3 minutes of time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if anybody is having any questions, please let me know. Anyone?
Vipin, actually, so it is connected to Intune or we can just create the DDS? this
ADDS
synchronization process.
ADDS already is existing at a place. What we are going to
Okay.
do to manage the things whatever is there on premise, to manage it on cloud, we are doing this thing. We are syncing that information. Means what information was stored at this place. Let's take an example. It was stored here. Let me
Mhm.
remove the blur first.
Okay. Okay. I see it.
Okay, so whatever was hosted here, they are going to bring it in the air. Okay, they are going to
Mhm.
bring it in the air. So what they are doing it, they are accessing this. They are bringing a tool in between them. We can call this tool that we are using it. So Microsoft Entra Connect sync tool. Okay, we are using it. We can call it as the broker in between. Okay, so here this cloud is a buyer and on premise is a seller. So in between the broker is there. So broker is establishing the
Mhm.
things between both of them. So tool is working as a broker in between them.
So it is just a synchronize on-prem to cloud.
Yeah, on-prem to cloud.
All correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Any
So it is
questions
a
on
Microsoft Entra ID Connect tool,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's Microsoft Entra ID Connect tool. We
Okay.
call it Entra Connect sync tool actually.
Mhm.
So it's being downloaded from the tenant platform only. Means the tenant which you are managing it, means the Intune Entra ID platform which you are working in, you have to download it from there. As Entra ID is the Entra platform is the entry point of any platform.
So we are performing in the lab session, right?
Yeah, in the lab
If we
session.
are performing in the personal devices, so how will think this
You should have the
synchronization
ADDS
work?
for that,
Okay.
but you won't be having the ADDS, so it's not possible.
It is Active Directory, right? Yeah, details.
Yeah, Active Directory domain server, you should be having it. Then only you will be able to perform these steps, or else it's not easy to do that.
Mhm.
Anyone, any other question from anyone? Bharat, Abhishek, Sumit.
No, not yet. We'll do practice and build and make and start later.
Okay, Bharat, for you.
Yeah, from no setup.
Okay, you are getting the things, picking up the things, or
Yeah,
missing.
between the accesses.
Okay, so if anywhere you want any examples to be given, you can ask that within any example of it. So accordingly,
See,
I
actually, I'm aware of Entra ID and Cisco Admin Center because I'm working on that. But when you will come to Intune, that will be
if
completely
you know
new
about
system.
Intra, if you know about Intra, Intune is going to be very easy.
Yeah, I know about Entra. I have learned about Entra like RBAC and
So if you know
wizard. I
Intra,
know.
if you know Intra, you know that how cloud platform works.
Yes, totally. I know. But Intune is totally, completely new chapter for me. I don't know anything about Intune. That's why I joined Intune to get the mastery on Intune to get a job on that. So Intune, once it will come, we will practice. Then surely I will ask people.
Okay, so it's done now. Configuration completed. We will exit it.
Even your voice is a little low.
Yeah, the configuration is completed now. We are exiting it from
No,
here.
your voice is not audible.
Hello guys, am I audible to everyone else?
It's for everyone.
Yeah, sorry. Your voice is not audible now.
Hello,
It's down.
am I
Yeah,
audible?
it is okay now.
Yeah, now fine. Yeah, now
Yeah,
fine.
muted and unmuted myself, so it works. So now it's completed, it's done. So we are going to verify synchronization in Intra ID that if anyone remembers the first day what we did, how we created the user, we checked the on-premise is on or off. So remember it?
Yes, right.
So from the same place, we are going to check whether
The
it's
user's
on
properties.
for the users or not. So in the navigation pane, select groups and select all groups. Verify that these groups from your local ADDS. So local ADDS groups are coming here or not, that we can see it. Okay, and from here, if we will open a user, we will open the properties. On-premise sync enabled. Yes. Done. Means all the users which were created on here, they are now here as well. Got it? Means the sync is happening. Whatever you will do on premise, it is going to reflect here. Any questions from here? Anyone?
It is both side. It is synchronized done, right? We create users or anything. We can create edit or something.
You cannot add to or remove members from this group as it shows from the local ADDS. Okay, so you asked that from the both end it is happening. No, it is not at the both end. It will happen from one end.
Okay. Only on-prem or it will
Yeah.
be for
It
the
is
cloud.
syncing. It is syncing. Just the information it is sharing from
Okay.
on-prem. So whatever you will do on on-prem, it will be reflected on your Intra. But whatever you will do on Intra, it's not going to reflect on on-prem.
Within one question here, I have in my mind
Uh-huh.
because I never run this Entra Connect tool. So we have synced this these users from on-prem to your Entra ID.
Hmm.
So if we will delete or if we will do any modification on the Entra ID users that have been synced from on-prem. So
Mhm.
like it will reflect on on-prem. I don't think so. Yeah. Like suppose whatever users we have synced from on-prem to Entra ID.
Hmm.
So if we will so like first question, will we able to do any kind of modification like deleting or changing any properties to the users that have been synced to from on-prem? I hope you got the concept.
No, man.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I'm saying, suppose we have run the this Entra Connect tool,
Hmm.
and all the on-prem users of group whatever we have, it has been synced to Entra ID.
Hmm.
Now, if we want to edit, modify, or in case delete any user that have been synced from on-prem to Entra ID, will we able to do it? If yes,
Yeah, we will be able to do it. We will be able to do it in our That is the agenda why we are doing it, na? We don't want to go to on-prem and do the things.
modification. So will it reflect in on-prem ID because I think some data from
It's not going to reflect. It's not going to reflect.
directly on Entra ID.
That is good. That's the agenda why we are coming to cloud, na? To avoid working on on-prem.
Yes.
Okay, so these things we have verified and it's completed now. The things we have completed. So after completing this exercise, you will have successfully configured Azure AD Connect to synchronize identity from Active Directory domain services to Intra ID. Got it? Any doubt or any questions from this topic? Anyone?
No.
Okay, moving ahead, we have configuring and managing intra join, which I am not going to start today at all because before that I have to give a good story. I have to share a good story on that so that it remains in your mind forever. Now the main game is going to start. The intra thing, the identity thing is aside now. That is completed. Now whatever the user you will create, whatever the licenses you will assign, whatever the sync you will do, that is happening at one place. Now the role of the devices is coming up. That how the devices are coming to Intune now. What are the methods of joining the device? What are the methods that by which method you are bringing the device in? So this in lab we will configure Entra ID join settings, both in standard and intra hybrid join scenarios for Windows devices. So mainly Windows devices enrollment, we will be learning that how we are enrolling and how we are doing the things to enroll the Windows devices. Got it, guys? I'm not going to start it today. We will be I'll be sharing some stories on that what happened earlier, how it used to happen earlier, and why the requirement came up with different modes of enrollment. So it's not only intra joining, it's we have the intra registered as well, we have the intra hybrid joined as well. So these things are we are having it. Okay, so I'll be sharing a good story on it. We will be learning the things from tomorrow. This thing.
From Monday.
Yeah, from Monday. Sorry, from Monday. So I'll be posting a quiz tomorrow on in the group chat. You guys can take the that quiz, whatever the topics that we have covered till now. And today by night I'll be sharing all the recordings as well, yesterday's recording and today's recording as well. So we will be having 3 days of the recording. 3 days of recording. I recommend you to watch it. After watching the recording, you come to take the test or the quiz which I will post it.
Yeah, will it be in
Okay.
MCQ?
Yeah, it will be MCQ also, and I will ask for these tips to write in, so you can just refer your lab material and you can write in these tips, or you can refer, means I give you all the privileges that you don't search about the questions, but the steps, if you want to see these steps because you are doing it for the first time, so you have to see the naming convention, see these steps, so you can Google the things.
I would say to make little challenging so that we can learn a
Yeah.
bit of direction.
At least I'll be giving a challenging quiz. At least you will surf about it. You will go to and surf about it. You will read some articles and you will understand that what that article is saying and how you have to perform the steps. You will be doing all those things.
Because it will be good
So it
challenging
would,
and it will
yeah,
demonstrate
it would
our
be
knowledge.
good. It would be good that out of your working hours, means out of your family time working hours, you will be spending some time with yourself learning the technology. So you'll be surfing the things and you will be learning it. It's my main agenda is that. So guys,
Vipin, actually, out of box, after any question, actually, um, in my project now, so my manager called me and I was telling him that
mhm,
that I am learning into. So what he was saying that in our project, in our environment, we have SCCM.
okay, they have SCCM. So just tell them that now you migrate to the cloud technology. SCCM is too old.
Yeah, I told them that I'm running Intune, but they were mentioning that Intune we don't have. I don't think we have in our environment.
You
So we are
you
moving
switch
to
your company.
SCCM.
You say to your manager that I'm looking outside now.
No, I was thinking that they are moving to old instead of going to new.
They might be having less devices to manage, so the cost, the company's cost, it will be effective for them to manage from that place, or the client might be used to that platform as
Main
SSL.
reason is cost related actually.
Cost cutting is too much happening.
That's why they using the tools which will be low cost and
Low
high
cost, yeah.
impact.
So there are other tools also other than Intune in the market, which are helping you to manage this devices from the platforms. Okay, so people are using that as well because Microsoft Intune is bit costly. Microsoft is bit costly, so they are using it. Soti is there, Ivanti is there, BlackBerry is there, which is very costly, more costlier than this Microsoft. So there are a number of platforms are there which are helping you to manage the devices. Workspace one is there, yeah. So, guys, we are good for today. We will be connecting back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll
Happy
be
weekend.
posting the quiz. Yeah.
And Vipin, how's your father? Now, how's your father's health?